Hello and welcome to my channel, Clear Waters. Microphone is fine. I think so. Yes. Tonight's live stream. What if? Actually, let me make an adjustment. Allow me, please. I think I'll fix it. I think that's better. This live stream is being streamed in two different versions, horizontal and vertical. Tonight, in this live stream, we are not going to necessarily talk about God, just to change a little bit the subject. How's that? So, like always, I'm gonna ask you for 1 minute so I can check my audio. Going to necessarily talk about God. Okay, and so I can also make sure that the chats are visible just in case someone wants to ask me a question. On both the vertical and horizontal streams. Just in case you want to see me on TV or you want to see me on your device, your cellular. Awesome, huh? There we go. So I'm just checking on the chats. And let's just put, ask me a question or send your comment. How's that? And do the same on the horizontal stream. Let's pin the message. Beautiful. Awesome. Love it. So, oh, wow, let me breathe. Because tonight I decided to talk about a subject that I think right now is extremely sensitive. Don't you think? At least for me. If you don't know, when Charlie Kirk was killed, I think it was the same day or same night I did a video, very raw video about his passing. I was very touched. I must say that I was in a very sad place when I heard about his death. Mostly, of course, because of the person that he was what he was doing, but also because I knew he was a father, and I couldn't stop thinking about his kids. So that just broke me. If you're a dad and you love your kids, man, I like you already. So, yeah, when I hear about this, what happened to Charlie Kirk, I was feeling very sad when I heard that the possible shooter was caught. This case, Robinson, Tyler Robinson. I was like, man, good. They got him. Awesome. Whoa. He's not gonna he's not gonna get away with it. They caught the killer. Awesome. I was not happy, because of Charlie's death, but at least I was like, man, they caught the killer. Ugh. When I saw the kid's face, I'm like, man, that was the son of a gun that did this. What a coward. I was feeling it. I was like, man, this guy probably should be put to sleep or something like that. You know what I mean? But it was not until I started hearing Erica Kirk talking and the guys from TPUSA that I found myself suddenly going like, whoa, what's going on here? What is going on here? Wait a minute. I was not in hypothetical mode. I was not like a conspiracy theorist. No, I was like, they got the guy. It was this Robinson kid who did it. But then I started to listen to Erica Kirk talk and the guys from TPUSA. And then I started seeing the videos of Mikey McCoy walking like he couldn't give a flying F about Charlie Kirk. I'm like, what's going on here? This is not good. So I suddenly went from they caught the guy, the Robinson guy was caught, the killer, to starting to have doubts. Just by listening to Erica Kirk and those guys from TPUSA. So, in this video, I want to point out some things that maybe if you are not in agreement with me about my doubts about who killed Charlie Kirk, at least what this information I will present to you, at least you will go like, that doesn't taste right. That doesn't look good. And that's exactly where I am right now. I don't like to listen to videos about people complaining about Erica Kirk and what she's doing and that she's a witch. No, I don't like any of those videos. I like to research myself, do my own investigations, whatever I can, and try to come up with my own conclusions and not follow anybody's conclusion. So, for example, I asked the question, what if Charlie Kirk was not killed by Tyler Robinson? Man, Javier, are you sure you want to go there, man? Are you sure you want to go there? You must have very good information to be saying that. Hey, I'm asking a question. I'm not saying anything. It's a question. Or what if Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson, but there was another person that requested the killing from Tyler Robinson? Is that a possibility? You know, if you are in agreement with what the government, the FBI is saying that, hey, it was Tyler Robinson. It was him. For anybody that has closed their mind to this conclusion from the government, from the FBI, I ask you just one question. This is a very important question. Did you see this guy, Tyler Robinson, shooting and killing Charlie Kirk? Let's not, wait and go around. You didn't see him. There's no undeniable evidence right now that you could see with your own eyes and say, yes, he did it. There's nothing else. There's not such information. There's not a video that we could see the guy shooting. No. So at least myself, being honest with myself, I'm like, you know what? If I doubt that this kid did it or did it all by himself, I think I have good information to have my doubts, because I don't have anything in front of me, no videos, nothing that shows me with no questions that this kid shoot a rifle and kill Charlie Kirk. There's no video. There's no undeniable evidence. So, of course, we have to go by what the FBI investigation says, which at this point, I'm starting to doubt pretty much everything they're saying. And I have my basis for that. So, the title of this video is, what if Charlie Kirk was not killed by Tyler Robinson? Right now, he's only a suspect, okay? That is going to court to be judged if he did it or not. So right now, he's only a suspect. So maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. He didn't do it. Maybe if he is proved that he did it, did he do it all by himself, or someone paid him to do it? Or someone used mind control for him to do it? I know it sounds crazy, but I have my doubts. So let me show you a video of Erica Kirk being interviewed on a CBS presentation that I don't think made her look too good. So let's jump right on it. Here we go. Let me make it a little bit more bigger so you can see clearly. On the horizontal, and I think the vertical, that's as much as I can do. Okay, so here we go. We're not gonna listen to the whole thing. Probably you saw it already. I'm just gonna go to the most important parts that I think are extremely relevant. Let's go to minute 27:45. 27:45.
They get louder and louder. So we need to do our best, which we're doing our part. We're going to continue to do our part to make sure that the truth is always heard. I'm just going to let it roll. We'll amplify it even more. And we're going to do the best we can, but we need the whole community.
This is not the part yet.
We need everyone in on that.
Bob, thank you so much. I want to talk about discernment.
Yes.
Okay, being able to separate truth from lies, reality from unreality. A 22-year-old man named Tyler Robinson has been arrested and charged with the murder of your husband. And yet there are a huge number of conspiracy theories, you might call them brain rot, that are spreading right now online about the actual story behind the reality. One, People say that Tyler Robinson was actually a MAGA Republican. Or two, some people say you were actually a Mossad agent sitting in front of me, and you were Charlie's handler, and Israel killed Charlie.
Right.
Other people say that a number of men in the crowd were wearing maroon T-shirts, and this signifies that his killing was an elite airborne operation, whatever that means. They say that the rings on your fingers, which are
my kids'
your kids' initials,
my wedding band, the Medal of Freedom, my engagement ring.
But apparently they symbolize some kind of secret plot. There's also a new theory that Egyptian aircraft have been tracking you.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Why are there so many conspiracies spreading about what seems to be a pretty open and shut case?
This is the first time that we have seen evil on display where we have social media at our fingertips. Something so evil that happened, people are wanting answers immediately. They are.
Okay. She's gonna try to explain why there are so many theories or conspiracy theories about what happened. I want to make an observation. This CBS News, in my point of view, is a failing network that for some reason hates America and anything and everything that America stands for. No wonder this network is failing horribly, in my point of view. This somehow was kind of like a propaganda kind of interview. It was not good. Let me moving stuff out of the way. But why there are so many conspiracy theories? You know, I think there's so many stuff out there that you can hear and see that will cause you to doubt the original explanation from the FBI that one kid killed Charlie Kirk. From my point of view, one of the reasons that I doubt that either this kid, Tyler Robinson, killed Charlie Kirk, or that he did it all by himself, is the bullet, or the supposed bullet that killed Charlie Kirk. I'm not an expert in weaponry. I'm not an expert in guns. I have shot guns. I have shot an M16, but not an expert. I think with my little experience about guns and some common sense, it's hard to believe. It is extremely hard to believe that a bullet traveling faster than the speed of sound hitting a human neck on the soft part, on the side, not in the middle, on the side, which is like soft tissue, it will go through the skin and the bullet will not come out of the other side of the neck. Supposedly, the explanation is that Charlie Kirk's neck bones, one of the neck bones, stopped the bullets. I heard something about a doctor calling it Superman bones or a miracle. I myself do not believe it. Nope. I would like to know which bone exactly on the neck or in Charlie Kirk's body stopped the bullet. it will be convincing to see what the bullet did to the bone. I think I have a little bit more experience with airplanes. I used to fix and repair airplanes. And I had to learn a little bit about speed. I do not believe that a bullet going faster than the speed of sound went through Charlie Kirk's neck and stay in the neck. No, I think you're gonna have to scientifically or prove that the bullet did not come out on the other side of the neck. That's a tough one. That makes me doubt that he was killed by a bullet from a rifle. Something is not right. And I came to that conclusion myself, okay? There's a bunch of people asking the same question, I think for a good reason. And I can see that there are experts in weapons that are saying, nope, that is very unlikely possible. I agree. Another reason, myself, you can call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't care. I'm okay with it. But, and probably this is gonna make you think, supposedly Erica Kirk is continuing Charlie Kirk's work at TPUSA. She's carrying the torch. She wants to continue his work, his legacy. But it just happens that her actions do not go in accordance to that sentence of Erica Kirk continuing Charlie Kirk's work and legacy. I don't think she's doing that. I think the first time that I started to doubt that she was doing that is the time that when she walked out on stage. She walked out on stage crying, and all these kind of fireworks were going on. I think it was the wrong thing to do, truly. Maybe there's no negative purpose behind doing the firework thing, but it looked horrible because us humans relate to the fireworks, to celebration, happiness. I think if Erica Kirk was mourning Charlie Kirk's death and she was in pain, I think she could have said, hey, you know what? Don't do the fireworks. Please respect my pain. I don't want any types of celebration. One thing is to walk on stage, and face the people. But another thing is to be associated with a celebration. So myself, I didn't see that right. I think she could have said, don't do that. Don't do that. No fireworks. That little stupid thing, like having fireworks when she came out on stage, went too good for me. Another thing that I doubt that she's continuing Charlie Kirk's legacy is, let me see if I can, man, I probably, if you can hear it, let me play it.
Men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that...
Oh, man. You know, man, I see Nicki Minaj's face and you can tell that she was like, oh, shoot, what did I say? But
He has a soul and a heart for the Lord.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
I love this woman. She's an amazing...
well, I think probably you all have already seen that video. So Charlie Kirk was not in agreement with Erica Kirk. I think it was clear that Charlie Kirk expressed that Nicki Minaj was not a good role model. And here you have Erica Kirk presenting Nicki Minaj as a good role model. So I start doubting. So if she wanted to communicate that she was continuing Charlie Kirk's legacy, I would say, no, you're not. And there is proof that you are not doing that. I can continue listing several things that Erica Kirk has done that will continue to confirm that she's not doing what Charlie wanted to do. Definitely. So I will not continue coming with other reasons. Let's jump. Oh, let's mention another one, just so I can mention 3 reasons about these conspiracy theories. You know, when I looked, actually, let me see if I can, how can I do this? No, forget it. I'm not going to do that. I got to work on these live streams, okay? But remember the university, Utah University, where Charlie Kirk was having his event? When someone that was filming, when they panned the camera from the area that Charlie Kirk was and pointed to where the people were, the first thing automatically that came to my mind is that was a place. Man, would you please excuse me? I gotta find this image. Maybe I can go do this. And I think it's called, wait. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna look it up right now. Maybe next time I prepare it. But the Utah University place, when they panned the area, I'm like, man, this is a sniper's paradise. Many places you can put a sniper and we'll be very happy to shoot at that particular place. So I will think that whoever was in charge of Charlie Kirk's security will come to inspect the area before, or maybe days before the event. He will look up and he will say, you know what? Absolutely not. No. I am not providing security for Charlie Kirk in this place. This is a sniper's paradise. Look how many high places. Man, what are we going to do here? Maybe the head of security put a memo. This is the wrong place to have a TP USA presentation. You're going to put Charlie Kirk in front of everybody like, hey, shoot me, shoot. Okay, so maybe the security guys say, let's make sure, if we're going to do this event, let's make sure that we have 2 or 3 drones flying at all times, because this is a sniper's paradise. So I need 1 drone flying right there, 1 over there, and 1 over there at all times to make sure that all these high places are being monitored. As far as I understand, there were 0 drones at least doing that monitoring of those areas. So security says, no, we cannot fly drones in this area because the university or the police say, no, we cannot fly any drones, which I think is a lie, but let's not go in there. Okay, so if we cannot fly drones, let's make sure we put security on that high building over there on the roof, the highest point in this place. Let's put 2 or 3 guys over there. Look at what happened at President Trump. Almost got killed. So I would say that this security guy, head of security of Charlie Kirk, learned the lesson from someone else. Like, man, high places, high roof. No. As far as I know, there were no security in those high buildings. You know, there's a thing that when you do something like bad, you go doing some checks. Like, okay, this was done bad. Okay, we missed something. No, but you did 2 things bad. Man, that was like really a screw up. No, we did 3 things really bad. Man, woo, that was bad. Then you continue going like, man, we also didn't put any security on the high. Man, I think you were doing something bad here. This is negligence. And you could be responsible for this because you are supposed to be an expert on this. But keep going down. Man, were you security guy into this? Were you facilitating for this to happen? Are you in it with what happened here? Because you cannot be that stupid, man. You are experienced of this. I don't think this is negligence. In my point of view, until this Tyler Robinson is found guilty and that no one else asked him to do this, man, until then, I think this guy has to be investigated because he doesn't seem to be like a stupid person or inexperienced person. What were you doing the day before? I want to see your cellular's call log. At least. Because as an investigator, I want to know if you were just being negligent or you were facilitating for this to happen. I think in my point of view, this is probably, if I'm a multi-millionaire and I need security for myself, please tell me the name of that guy because I want to make sure that I never hire that guy. Nope. This guy is really bad, or maybe he can turn on you anytime. I don't know. That's my point of view. So I just mentioned 3 things that could assist anybody on start to having doubts about how simple and weird this situation was of Charlie Kirk being killed in plain sight. At least that's my point of view. Let's jump to minute 32:45, because I think from this crazy interview, we shouldn't call it even interview, but let's jump to minute 32:45, because I think this is the most important part of this whole interview.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of...
At one time, Charlie's friend. Lady, crazy lady, propagandist lady. Candace Owens, in my humble opinion, is the only real friend that Charlie Kirk still has, even after Charlie Kirk is dead. I would understand that you don't understand about true friendship.
One of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies.
Imagine and someone interview, supposed to be a reporter, or she's making suggestions. That's when you call someone a reporter or someone that is spreading propaganda. This lady, in my point of view, is you pay her to say what you want her to say. A propagandist. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. Let's continue. Let's hear it.
What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Man, these lies. So this lady confirmed that these are lies. Candace Owen, the only real Charlie Kirk's friend, is asking questions. Just like this guy right here, I have many questions. If I had the power, I would sit FBI, head of FBI. I would sit Erica Kirk. I would sit Charlie Kirk's head of security guy, and I will sit Mikey McCoy and start asking questions. Because in my point of view, all of them, the people that I just mentioned, with the exception of the head of FBI, not that much, okay, are suspicious to me. Until someone is found guilty, any of these people could be involved in this. Or am I saying something that is not accurate? For an investigator, there's no one guilty yet, found guilty. There's possibility that someone could have done this, or at least assisted or facilitated for this to happen.
Stop.
This I understand that why people, this part gives me a headache. It truly gives me a headache. Sometimes when I hear Erica Kirk talking about Charlie, talking about her pain, talking about her children, I sometimes believe she's being honest. It's just I get the feeling that someone else is pushing her or directing her to think, to talk, and behave in a certain way, because there are incongruencies in the way she talks, the things she says, and the way she acts. And this right here, I get the feeling that I'm not looking at her. I'm looking at someone that told her to do that. You know, in her case, her husband was killed. Okay? And Candace Owens is asking questions and having doubts. Why would you ask her to stop asking questions? I'm sorry, but that's incongruent. I think her response should have been, I'm happy, I'm glad someone is asking questions. Anybody out there that can investigate, that can give us more information, because probably this kid was not acting alone, and I want to get to who really did this. If he was acting alone, or someone paid him to do that, or someone suggested him to do this. But no, just like, no, stop asking questions. Stop asking questions. There's even a video of her. You see? This one that I'm going to show you. Man, I got to fix this. Let me see if I can fix it. She is pretty much saying we have to move on. At least this is what I understand what Erica Kirk is saying. We have to move on. We have to look forward. That's not what someone that is in pain because of a loved one die. That's not what a person in that situation will say. I'm sorry. You know, I don't know about you, but I have had a family member die. In my case, a sister, and it was like a punch on the stomach. You cannot breathe, you cannot think, you cry, you are like, you cannot think very well, and for weeks, maybe months, until you start feeling a little bit better and try to just accept what happened. But saying to someone, yeah, let's just move on, no. It's been years since my family member died, and I still remember her with pain. Someone telling me, hey, Javier, you gotta move on in life and accept it. I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you tell me that? Probably because you have never had a family member die on you, you're saying that. So why all these conspiracies? Because you're listening to her talk. Come on. Again, it seems to me that maybe she is a nice person, maybe she's in pain, but someone is pushing on her what to say and what to do. And I suspect probably it's these guys from TPUSA. Maybe she will realize maybe in a few years, like, man, what a big mistake I did. Let's hear Candace Owens, the only Charlie Kirk's real friend, even after death.
Do a better job of educating our citizens about our court systems. A lot of people don't know how an actual trial plays out. I am very curious about how the United Healthcare case plays out. We are living in a day and age where social media can absolutely impact. I feel it can. The reason I say that is because I don't want a tainted jury pool. I want justice for my husband. Anytime we have leads, anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. We're not messing around. None of us are involved in my husband's murder. None of us. Turning Point USA, myself, any of these other crazy accusations, none of us.
Okay, so this is what I mean, where I just feel like we're just doing the same thing over and over and over again in politics, where you can just apply any situation. Like it's how it starts. It's like they come up with a narrative and it feels really stupid. You could like apply this to COVID, whatever. And then people start asking questions because it feels really stupid. And then they tell you like, oh, I wish you guys were more educated about science. I wish you guys were more educated about doctors and nurses, and like, you're just not there. I wish we could explain to you how these things work, but you're going to have to trust the experts. And yeah, I actually think that also because you guys are not trusting the experts, we're going to have to censor people on social media, as they did during COVID, because social media is problematic. Actually, the problem is free speech, ultimately, right? Like the problem is that you have people on social media who are talking common sense and they don't understand this. Okay, that's like, that doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me, and it shouldn't work for you.
He's just such a good thought leader. He blessed us with laser focus on the mission, on saving this country. But instead, we're so focused on who did what. Like, yes, we will figure all that out. Yes, this is a murder case. He did not die in a car crash. Yes, that will be handled. But my husband's...
Yes, that will be handled. That will be handled, but that sounds horrible. To me, that sounds horrible. That sounds like a person that is not really in pain. When you are in pain, when you lose a loved one, you cannot think very well. Just like flipping the page, passing the page.
Legacy is not about his murder. My husband's legacy is what he left behind.
I just reject that.
Me too.
Okay, I reject that there's a higher calling that we need to all get around, and the legacy. If we find out that the government is implicated, then actually his legacy is going to be that a person who gave all of himself to helping people get elected, all of himself to this political machine, was ultimately killed by it. And I think that matters to a lot of people.
We need to do a better...
Yes, 100%. Agree. I know Candace Owens, man, can be like a spark. This girl has spark. I think everything she said in this video is accurate. You know, what if, I'm asking you this question, okay? What if Charlie Kirk was the head of this big money-making machine, TP USA, getting millions and millions of dollars from people giving money, donations? Maybe people from Israel. And then suddenly you have Charlie Kirk coming to understand and to the conclusion that maybe this Israel thing is not right. And then he starts to scare the people that donate from Israel, and the money starts to come down. I would think that there is a possibility that there's going to be people inside TP USA that are seeing themselves probably losing their jobs or their incomes being degraded, and they don't want that. Just because Charlie Kirk wants to change directions, he's going to ruin my life. I'm making millions, and now this whole thing is going to stop. Whatever people say, if you start asking questions and you start digging, you will find motive. And that's troublesome. That's If I was working in TP USA and I'm making millions of dollars, again, I repeat, and just because Charlie Kirk is saying things that is ruining my income, man, how about we put another person in there that will do what our donators, people that are donators, donating money, we do what they want us to do, and we continue talking the talking point that they want us to talk. And then my income comes back. I just have to get rid of this guy. I could be wrong, but for me, I can see motives of why getting rid of Charlie Kirk. It's my point of view. You know, in regards to these conspiracy theories, I learned my lesson in the times of COVID-19. That when someone is accused of conspiracy theory, you better pay attention to what the conspiracy theorist is saying, because most likely that person is right. I learned my lesson. I don't know about you. And that's why I didn't get injected in my system, in my blood, the experimental drug. These people calling Candace Owens and the people that are asking questions that these are conspiracy theories, do you remember who JFK, President Kennedy was? Remember? The official government conclusion was that a single guy, maybe I have the image, but this guy, Harvey Oswald, was the only guy that shoot his gun that killed President Kennedy. That was the conclusion of their official government investigation. When myself, being a grown man, for the first time saw the video of President Kennedy being shot in the head, it didn't take me not even a fraction of a second to see very clearly that he was shot from the front right side of his head. Why? Because I'm not stupid. I have eyes. I can see from both eyes, and I can see that he was shot from the front, from the right side. Even if you cover one of my eyes to try to trick me, even if you make the video shady so I cannot see it very well, I'm gonna come to the same conclusion. He was shot from the right front. So what was this whole entire official investigation from the government? Man, I started doing my own investigation, and I found out that there was a bunch of eyewitnesses that saw President Kennedy being shot from the front right side of his head, and they were not questioned by the Warren Commission, by the official investigators, government investigators. That tells you everything right there. I'm seeing the video. I'm seeing the guys talking like, yeah, I saw a guy, on the fence. The other person said, yeah, I saw the smoke coming from the fence, from the front right. So official investigations, especially from government, they are going to lie their asses off, because behind this investigation you have billions of dollars. They do not care about truth. Don't be stupid. These people care about money. So if I'm one of those investigators and you're going to give me $5 million to put my signature on a piece of paper, just give me the goddamn paper. I'm going to sign it. Why would I tell the truth? Just a couple of conspiracy theories can be like, you see, I told you. No, give me my $5 million. I don't care. So the whole Warren investigation was a humongous big lie. What about this government investigation about Tyler Robinson killing Charlie Kirk? Is a humongous, horrible, terrible lie, just because the amount of money that is behind this human being killing. He was talking the wrong things, he was having the wrong thoughts, and he was causing some people to lose money, big money. This guy has to go. Is it possible? In my point of view, this government agency could lie about something that is so clear, that he was shot from the front right. They could lie about anything. Anything. If you are one of those people that say, yeah, I believe what the government, the official investigation, you're stupid. I'm sorry. You have not seen the guy shooting the gun to kill Charlie Kirk. You're just going by what the government that could lie is telling you. Where is the evidence? Where is the undeniable evidence? So I don't know about you, but Candace Owens and myself, we have questions, we have humongous doubts, and I think, at least myself, I don't feel like an honest human being, or at least trying to do the honest thing, to let this one go, just like the President Kennedy brutal assassination. No. I'm not one of those guys that you can easily tell him, hey, it was the Taylor guy, Robinson. He, you saw him jumping on the video. You saw him on the still pictures going up the stairs. That's enough information. You should accept it. Let it go, man. Like Erica Kerr says, we should, just continue with life. No. I know that Candace Owens doesn't have time to listen to this video, but I don't know. Hopefully she sees a little bit and knows that at least someone else in this earth is also asking questions just like her. There's a bunch of people I know that have their doubts and are asking questions, but I'm asking the questions directly and openly just like her. Where is the evidence that was a bullet that went through his neck? Where's the bullet? Where's the broken bones? I want to see them. Where is the video of Tyler Robinson going up the stairs? Why did we get still images where we cannot see the rifle on his leg? Where's the other part of the video when he's on the roof, when he's getting in position on the roof? Can we see that video? How about we get some honest and respectful, not disrespectful answers like we're stupid from the head of the security from Charlie Kirk? How about having a real interview, not like the softball interviews that have done to him? Almost getting asked like, do you like ice cream? Yeah, I would like some answers. In a way, I'm demanding some real answers, not these pieces of crap information that we're supposed to believe that is evidence. It's not evidence. It seems to be that it's manipulated information to look like evidence. I'm not convinced. Not yet. Probably in a week from now, in a month from now, there's going to be enough information. I'm going to put up another video saying, hey, you know what? Finally, man, the government presented the undeniable evidence that Mr. Tyler Robinson did it and acted alone. I saw the evidence. I'm convinced. I passed the page and let it go. We're not there yet. We have a bunch of questions. My questions and Candace Owens' questions and a bunch of people questions about this murder are valid. And CBS and this propaganda lady interviewing Erica Kirk can call me conspiracy theories. I know that whoever is called a conspiracy theorist, man, pay attention, okay? Because that person most likely is gonna be correct. I haven't even paid attention to the chats. Anybody there? Anybody out there? Oh, like always, people saying hi and leaving. But I know there's people that watch these live streams after I'm done, when they're recorded, and they get to see them. So, 9:30. Wow, almost an hour and 30 minutes talking. Sometimes it happens. So this is it. Nobody asked me any questions. Nobody makes any comments. I don't know if there's anybody on this live stream, but anyways, I'll do them anyways. So thank you for watching and see you on the next one.